Hello, it's Judith here. And this week I'm going to be talking about sleep, why it's important and what we can do to improve it if we're not satisfied with either the quality or the quantity of our sleep. Now, why it's important probably seems a bit self-evident. We all know that feeling when we've not had enough sleep and probably planning to make a real effort to get to bed a bit earlier to play catch up or sleep in at the weekend. So, it's obvious that we need a certain amount of sleep, and it's obvious when we haven't had the right amount of sleep. But it's even more important than just affecting us in the short term in terms of our efficiency and our mental capacities, which tend to go way, way down when we're tired. It has long-term effects as well. So we don't just need sleep to rest and catch up. We need sleep for healing our bodies and for, I suppose you could say, healing our minds, or at least sorting out our minds. So each night of sleep, assuming you're not working nights and sleeping days, same is true if you are, should consist of 5 sleep cycles. Each sleep cycle is the same, pretty much, and is about 90 minutes long. So that's where we get the 7-8 hours sleep that we need a night from. And what happens in those sleep cycles is we gradually go down into deeper and deeper sleep until we get to the important bit at the end of the cycle, which is the REM sleep, the dreaming sleep, the rapid eye movement sleep. And what happens while all of that's going on, the dreaming's going on, is cell renewal is taking place in our bodies. And as I said, our mind is sorting out things. It's sorting through the day's events. It's deciding what memories to store. It's deciding, just generally what we need. It's doing its housekeeping, if you like. That's probably the best way of putting it. Which is why sleep's so important for children. Children who are little learning sponges from a very early age need a lot of sleep because they've got a lot of things to learn. And even when they're at school and even when they're older, they still need sleep because what they're learning during the day isn't going to be saved if they don't go through that overnight process of having sufficient numbers of sleep cycles. So it's not just the length of sleep that's important, it's the quality of the sleep, and the quality of the sleep is tied up with those sleep cycles. It's also tied up with the state in which you go to sleep. So going to sleep really, really tired after you've had a day outside, maybe a day at the beach, or you've been for long walks and a nice lunch in a country pub. So you've had lots of exercise, lots of fresh air. That sleep is good sleep. And I'm sure you can all agree with that. That's the sleep where, oh yes, I'm just going to drift off to sleep. And it feels like nourishing sleep. The sleep that happens quickly when you are busy, keeping going from the minute you leap out of bed until the minute you climb back into it, doing all sorts of different things or focusing in very deeply on a few things, is often the sleep of exhaustion. And that's not good quality sleep. In addition, if you are struggling with getting to sleep, or getting back to sleep if you wake in the night, if you're suffering from anxiety and you've got this constant chatter going on in your head that you can't shut down, so it just keeps you lying there desperately wanting to go to sleep, desperately wanting to shut it up, and it just keeps going and keeps going. And or it wakes you up in the middle of the night worrying about something which the next day you realise is of no importance at all, but you wake up really worrying about this, and you just either just keep going over and over and over it, or you get up and write something down, or you do something about it. Whatever. it's completely taken you out of sleep and distracted you. So the good I've been out in the fresh air all day sleep is what we're looking for. We're obviously not able to spend, except for very rare instances, all our time outside relaxing and walking or whatever. So what can we do to improve our sleep? The starting point is a practical one, which is find a way of telling your mind and your body that sleep is coming and that's what you want. So the way of doing this is to set up a routine. It doesn't have to be anything extra. It can be, you can add in extra, but it can be the things you normally do before going to bed. But making sure that it is a routine, that you do the same things in the same order every night. If you can include something like a warm bath, a warm drink, reading a very, very light book. I don't mean in weight, I mean in terms of content, that's going to relax you, then that's fine. But the regularity, the routineness of the routine is important. Same steps every night in the same order. And after a while, the brain and the body take notice and say, okay, when we do this, and then this, and then we turn out the light, we want to go to sleep. So it becomes automated and sleep becomes much, much easier. In addition, if you have been able to build in whatever works for you in terms of relaxation, then the quality of the sleep will improve as well. The absolute no-nos, I'm sorry, are looking at your phone, watching the television, being on social media, working, shopping, obviously online, any of those things. They're alerting things. I mean, there's an issue with blue light with televisions and some devices, but it's also you're telling your mind this is busy time. I'm doing this. I'm shopping. I'm answering emails. I'm doing whatever. This is busy time. So, and then you turn the light out and you lay down and expect your mind and your body to just go, oh, that's lovely. Let's go to sleep. And of course it won't, because it's still in busy mode. So your aim is to relax your body as best you can and calm down your mind so that when you decide it's time to turn the light out, go to sleep, your mind and your body are ready for it. And if it's been through that regular routine, it knows what it's meant to do next. I know a lot of people, because I hear it from them, will listen to things that they find online, meditations, or so many people are doing sleepy stories. I don't find they work because I get so interested in the story. I don't go to sleep, so they're not very effective for me. But it's a lovely idea and there's some nice voices out there. So, you need to find what's right for you. When I'm working with somebody who has come to me with sleep issues or has sleep issues as a result of having anxiety or whatever, then I will offer them a recording which is specifically designed for sleep and comes to an end rather than going on to the next chapter. And they will use that, and then I will teach them self-hypnosis as a means of getting to sleep. So when I put people into hypnosis, there is always the risk that I will relax them sufficiently and they will be sufficiently tired that they will just drift into sleep. Perfectly normal sleep, moving from being in hypnosis into sleep. So it's an occupational hazard putting people to sleep when that's not the intention. But I see people at the end of the day, and if it's been a busy day and they're tired, and if it's hot, if it's been one of those days when it actually has been hot and sunny, then it's always a possibility. So let's make a benefit out of what can be a disadvantage. I don't feel it's a disadvantage if they do go to sleep, because that's obviously what they need. And if they're having sleep problems, that will be definitely what they need. But we're talking about sleep now. So it's very effective using self-hypnosis or a recording to help you to get to sleep, and to use it again to help you get back to sleep. So if you're struggling with sleep, if you think there's an underlying cause, talk to me. And if it's just the sleep that's an issue, come talk to me, and I'll see if I can help you. I'd be delighted to do so, because sleep is really, really important. Okay then, you take care, and I will see you again next week. Bye.